Hey Assassins, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to continue our best in class series and we're going to be focusing on the support class today. So after this episode there will be three more. There will be the Shadow, DPS and Disarm class. So yeah, we're working our way through them. I will link the previous episodes in the description below, so if you want to look up some of the classes we've already covered, feel free to do so. It will be in the description below. So yeah, not looking forward to this. I kind of did a little review on the support class, like a few little bugbears I had with it, but we'll put that on the back burner. Today we're just going to show them off as what they can do, what each hero brings to the table, and then I will obviously rank them from my personal favourite down to least. So right, we're going to start with an awesome looking character that's got a bit of a mean cult following, but unfortunately he's shocking, and that is Garchomp. So if we look at his skills here, he can disarm traps, so he supports you in that way. He actually heals off of a dodge as well, so he's got that going for him, but that's about it. He's got Toxic Brew, so attack is increased on the select target by 100%, but drains 20% of their health over 20 ticks. This isn't too bad if you've got a hero who can heal themselves. You do this on a Jean or a Maria. It's not a bad time, to be honest with you, but you're not going to bring him in just for this. And he can also buff defences by 50% on the select target for 15 ticks. So he can increase your defence, he can obviously increase your attack by quite a lot, but are you really going to bring him in just for that? Like, considering you OCO most enemies at high level anyway, if you're taking in somebody like, well, Jean doesn't OCO, but he more or less does, you know, Domingo, Alvaro, Gamero, they all absolutely just whack people for so much damage that having that extra 100% damage isn't really going to matter, because if you're one KO in everything, it just doesn't matter whether you do 14,000 damage or 30,000 damage, you're still going to knock them out. So yeah, he's got a bit of a cult following, but apart from that, a pretty useless hero. Right, so here's the Catas, brand new into the game. He hits quite hard actually. When I was testing him out, he's got a fair old whack on him, which is quite nice. He passively boosts critical strike by 6% while he's alive. That's at this star rarity, and that can increase. So all the time he's alive, you've got an extra chance to crit, which is always nice. So just by having him on your team, that happens. He can increase a party member's attack and defense by 14% for 10 ticks. Obviously at this star level, just bear in mind this is only a 3-star on a Catas. It can obviously scale up, but still it's only to the select target. So yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice quite a bit to bring him in. This here initiative is granted on all combatants on the select target for 8 ticks. So yeah, that goes up to 15 ticks at 5-star. But still, again, you've only got one of these and you can only give it to one person as well. So, not an amazing ability. As I said, if there were heroes in this game that didn't do this, like, for example, Alvaro, Domingo, Mario, if them heroes didn't have them abilities, then it would make this support class, I think, a little bit more viable. And then this ability wouldn't seem too bad. But when you've got somebody else who can increase your attack, defense, and give you initiative all in one go for the whole party, why are you going to bring this hero in? You're just not gonna. But he can critical strike, so he can do a nice bit of damage. Brutal strike, so he can absolutely hammer somebody for quite a nice bit of damage. And he can also inflict a bleed and slow the enemy down as well. So if you do have to go into combat with him, you can put a passive bleed on him, and you can slow them down as well, so they're just hitting you less. But yeah, he hits fairly hard. He's not a bad addition to the game, but he's nothing great. Right, Maria. So by having her alive, party member, well no, not even by having her alive, just by having her on your team, attack is increased by 15% and critical damage by 50%. So if you've got someone who crits a lot, she's going to basically add 50% onto whatever crit you do. So it's not a bad ability, but most crits in this game for most heroes do OCO. So, you know, for example, with A.O.E, this will probably be quite nice, because, you know, if he does crit, it just does that nice extra bit of damage, which means he can get through fights a little bit quicker. She can also increase allies' attack speed by 50% for 8 ticks. Very handy for if you've got, for example, like a Rosa or a Louisa on your team. Like I did a video back in the day where I used Rosa and her and buffed Rosa's speed, Louisa's speed, and she was just getting off so many attacks, considering she could slow the enemy down as well. It was ridiculous. So it's not a bad ability. It's for 8 ticks. You've got 2 charges of this, so you can apply it multiple times. But again, are you really going to bring her in to endgame content for that reason? No. At a lower content level, possibly, yeah, she could help you out. She's got the parry ability, so she can stop incoming damage by 85%, which is always nice. Saves her taking a bit of a heavier whack than she normally would. And then she's got an instant strike that has a 25% chance to strike twice. You're not really going to take her into fights, let's be fair to you. She's not going to be someone that you take in to take on a whole army of people. Yeah, not a great hero. Bit of a carry if you are going to bring her. But then if you've got the right heroes, you can probably do most levels with just the one hero anyway. So just by giving a few perks may help her out, and the hero out as well. Right, Machiavelli. He is a monster. He heals off of a dodge. He heals off of crits. So basically, like Maria, basically. Apart from obviously, he can gain another health source from somewhere else by critting. So very sustainable. He can give himself initiative and a party member initiative as well. But it also increases crit chance and dodge. So this is very good for him. So if you was to attach this to him, more chance of dodging and more chance of critting means that you're going to be healing a hell of a lot more. So that's how that works. If you are going to use this ability and he's in now, I suggest using it on himself because it benefits him so much. He can obviously poison an enemy and slow them as well. So their attack speed drops by 75% and inflicts 40% damage over 16 ticks. So quite a long poison. Takes a long time to recharge, but you shouldn't be in the fight that long. It should be done and dusted over after a couple of hits. He can boost lethality and I nearly said lethalticity then. He can boost lethality and dexterity for a party member. So if you've got a slightly dodgy chest check, for example, that dexterity comes in handy if you have to bring him into a heat drift event, for example. If you've got an assassin who's just struggling to just assassinate a couple of people you need him to, or she needs to, you can increase their lethality by 21% as well. So yeah, just well rounded. He can reveal rooms as well, so always helpful if you're new, especially if you're new to the game and it's the first time you're going into a bit of content. You can check out a couple of the rooms with him in here. Always helps. He's a beast in the HQ as well. Great at doing codexes very quickly, and you can put him in the intel room as well, and he does your energy a hell of a lot quicker, or your intel. Sorry. So right, almalim. Now he is getting his own legendary weapon. I am not a fan of this hero. He's got he can inflict a bleed and reduce the enemy attack speed by 30%. So you can slow that down. That's not an issue. He can assassinate. Lethality isn't the best though. He's got this ability where it grants 100% assassination attempt, and he has 3 charges of these. So if you activate this either on himself or another assassin, that next assassin ability has a 100% chance to succeed, so you'll never fail it. Obviously paired with Ezio, this basically gives you 5 Grandmaster charges, so you're not going to foul an assassination with Ezio and him together. You shouldn't, unless there's a bug in the game. But when you've got a 95% chance most of the time to assassinate someone, is that absolute guaranteed chance needed? Are you going to bring him in just for that? Probably not. He also passively boosts lethality and agility by 10% while he's alive. So basically, all the time he's on the team, your assassins are going to be more efficient. That's the long and short of it. He's not too bad in a battle. He's got this to increase his attack by 20% and critical damage by 50%. So yeah, it boosts him, doesn't really help the team out much. not someone I would suggest bringing to you know, a mission. You know, I'll take Machiavelli all day long, especially if your assassins are obviously level 50 with T5 gear. You're not really going to need the lethality boosts that he offers. So yeah, that's for newer players. Yeah, if you're struggling to get through a bit of content and you need a couple of decent assassinations, go for it. He'll help you out there. But when it comes to endgame content, for me, he's not there. But we'll see what he gets with his legendary weapon. May give him an extra little ability, which may help him out a little bit more. So yeah, interesting to see how that one pans out. Right, Blackbeard. There was a video that went up recently on Discord of him absolutely shredding people. I'm presuming a lot of extra training went into this because he was absolutely clapping people. But yeah, he's an alright hero. He's bugged at the minute, so the barrage, if anybody's seen my video on the barrage, no matter what boosts you put on him, he will take the same amount of damage, like health, off of an enemy, regardless of what boost you put on him. So it's a bit gutting. I hope they do fix this soon, because it will be nice to see what damage he could actually do if you boosted him up and bombarded a room or barraged a room. So yeah, once that bug's fixed, it may improve him a little bit more. Obviously, you've got a room with a lot of enemies in it, barrage it, happy days. If it's going to do the damage that it should do, you may be able to wipe the room out as well. So he's got the pistol ability here, so he can attack from range for 22% of his attack, which is quite nice. You can obviously use this mid-combat as well. So yeah, it's not a bad ability. If you're on the last enemy, you've got 2 of these charges left. It's 2 free attacks, so you can't really grumble at that. He's got the taunt ability. I'm not a fan of this ability because sometimes I feel that they don't miss as much as they should. But basically, it gives them more opportunity to miss their attacks. But if you do get hit, they're doing 20% more damage, and that lasts for 4 ticks. So it's not too bad. It does benefit you by the fact that their miss chances for 8 ticks, and then their damage is only for 4 ticks. So you do get that 4 tick window where there's a 30% chance of them missing, and if they do hit you, it's just the standard damage. So not a bad ability, but yeah, I find that if you do take a whack in them first 4 hits, the juice ain't worth the squeeze really. He's got this wild slash, so strikes all enemies for 100% damage. Critical chance is increased by 5% with each used until the end of combat. So you can apply this 5 times. So if you use this, smash an enemy down to low health, kill him, enemy behind him, use this again, you're just going to stack that up. So it's not a bad way of actually just increasing the critical hit chance. So yeah, it's all right. This here, he grants target initiative for 1 room. So every fight you have in that room, you will have initiative. It's not bad. You can use it on 3 rooms, so you can pick and choose this. So rather than have 25 ticks with where you like, right, from now till these 25 ticks, I've got to bomb through. You can just say, right, this room I'm going to give myself initiative. Take someone else into the next room and then go, right, I could deal with having initiative in this next room, and just plan it out a little bit further ahead. So it's not too bad. He's got the passive ability here as well. So health and attack opponent increased by 20%. Upon entering combat, 50% chance to increase attack by 30% for 2 ticks. So the minute you enter combat, you've got a coin flip that you're going to do 50% more damage, 30% more damage, sorry, for 2 ticks. I don't understand why it's only for 2 ticks. It barely seems worth it. But at least your first hit will be, if this props 30%, hitting 30% harder. So it's not a bad class, but as I said, for me, I think that this class should do things that other classes can't and other heroes can't. And it would just make it a little bit more unique. But all in all, there's not a bad couple of heroes in here. So if I was to rank this, Machiavelli is by far the best. Just, yeah, absolute monster. Then Blackbeard. After that, I suppose, I mean, I've not played enough in the Catas to really say that. Do almalim. I'd probably then go almalim. I would probably go Catas over Maria. and then Maria, and then Garchon. Garchon's just bottom of the pile, absolutely terrible. So it'll be Machiavelli, Blackbeard, almalim, Catas, Maria, and Garchon. So yeah, not too bad. Not a bad little list, not a bad little class, but yeah, not one of my favourites. I don't really enjoy the support class too much. I don't really pick them unless I have to. So, but yeah, other people may vary. I know there's some huge Machiavelli fans out there, so I do appreciate him. I hope you all do as well. And I also hope you all have a fantastic evening. Look after yourself. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.